guys, welcome back to the channel. I'll be the first to admit it, this was not my favorite video in the sense that I'm not super pumped about the footage I took. I'm not trying to create excuses, but I shot mainly with the zoom lens, and the reason why is because when you're at the cave part of this trail and you look over, and I'll put some of that video footage here, sometimes you can see some deer or some bighorn sheep, and it's nice to have the zoom lens to be able to really capture that all the way on the other side. Normally you can just switch your lens, but this trail was so crowded. I had a family behind me, I kid you guys not, of like 20 something people ready to roll, and I could not stop and do my normal footage of people walking. Like, it's a very narrow trail. I felt bad holding up that many people. So I still wanted to cover this video because I think it's important, and you guys get a sense of, even just from the video that I shot, you guys get the sense of like, some parts of it have the rail, most of it you have the canyon on your right hand side, what the overlook looks like at the very end with the camera pan. So I think it's still covered enough for me to warrant talking and making a video, but just know this is definitely not my favorite footage that I've captured at Zion. With all that junk out of the way, let's get straight into the details. So Zion Canyon Overlook Trail is 1 mile. It's even easier than the Watchman. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you check it out on the Zion National Park playlist. Very easy, half a mile there, half a mile back. The reason why this hike is so popular is that the views from up there are amazing. Elevation gain is 442 feet, route type out and back. The trail offers some of the most breathtaking views of Zion Canyon. The trail itself is short and not steep. Yeah, it's pretty easy. I will say there are certain parts where the footing is not too even. I saw certain people that sort of struggled with that a little bit, especially on the way back. So something to just be aware about. Make sure you have the right shoes. I would like to publicly apologize for my 2 models and friends who went with me who I told them not to wear the right shoes. So that was my... So as I mentioned, pretty short walk. I will add a little bit based on the map that I got at Zion. The elevation gain again is pretty drastically different since it says 63 feet here and All Trail says 442 feet. There's very little elevation gain. I don't know what the right answer is, but I promise you, there's no challenging part to this trail. Best time of the year, anytime. Winter may bring ice to this trail, so be careful. It says, check it out. Carefully peer down into the dark slot of Pine Creek. Often you can hear or see canyoneers making their way through the mysterious drainage below. Exploring Pine Creek requires technical rope and skills. Stop by a Zion Adventure Company to learn about becoming a technical canyoneer. How exciting. Special notes, this is a short, straightforward hike that may be perfect for full moon outing. The Moonlight Gorge of Lower Pine Creek is incredible. Wow, so many like hikes for full moon, huh? It sounds exciting. I will say there is a little part where you're walking in like a cave, and I've done it twice now for sunset, and sometimes bats like to park up on the cave. So if you're someone like me who's afraid of bats, just be mindful of that if you're gonna go during the moonlight hours. Let's talk very quickly about how to get there. It's very easy. So at the entrance of Zion National Park, where the visitor center is, you'll drive all the way in. This is a road that you'll take with your car. So right here where it says Zion Canyon Scenic Drive, the shuttles all make that left to go into Zion Canyon and do all the shuttle stops. Now, you cannot do that with your personal vehicle. You'll have to keep going straight. And you go through these switchbacks, amazing views, and then you get to the tunnel. And the tunnel is very interesting, and I do want to touch on it because of its history. So the Zion Mount Carmel Tunnel. So the construction of this 1.1 mile tunnel began in the late 1920s and was completed in 1930. At the time that the tunnel was dedicated on July 4th, 1930, it was the longest tunnel of its type in the US. The purpose for building the Zion Mount Carmel Tunnel was to create direct access to Bryce Canyon and Grand Canyon from Zion National Park. This road from Zion to Bryce is about an hour and a half, is beautiful, especially in the wintertime. If you guys want to see some photos of that, again, make sure you check out my website. It's a pretty awesome tunnel. Definitely, you have to take this tunnel to get to this hike, so if you're gonna go do it, you'll go through it. Immediately after the tunnel ends, the parking will be right off to the right-hand side. Now, if this is full, because most of the time it is, you want to go a little bit straight, and then on these curves here, you'll see additional parking where you can park up there and then just walk your way down. The trailhead, you'll see a very easy big sign, and from there it just kind of starts. You start going up these stairs with the railing, and you go from there. Like I said, half a mile back. And that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely recommend. Very easy. Again, just have to be a little bit careful with the footing here. Make sure you guys check out my Narrows hiking guide. Fully comprehensive, especially for the current restrictions that are at Zion right now, as well as the Watchman Trail, which is also a great short hike that you can do. If you guys have any questions about this trail, make sure you drop it in a comment down below, and I'll do my best to get back to you on here or on Instagram. And stay tuned for the Zion vlog that I have coming out. It also covers Grafton Ghost Town a little bit with some exciting history there. See you guys soon.